5 minutes yan. Okay.
Good day, sir. I'm here to present our research entitled Innovation Solution for Stray Animals Welfare, Developing an NGOs-based adoption and donation website for cats and dogs. This presentation will briefly cover Chapter 1 to 3, Introduction, Review of Related Literature and Methodology. Okay, Chapter 1. I just explained the chapter 1 and not all the introduction, introduction, ob- objective of the project. Stray animals welfare remains a serious problem in the Philippines, with around 12 to 13 million stray cats and dogs. These animals suffer from hunger, disease, abuse, and overcrowded shelters. Although the Animal Welfare Act exists, implementation is limited due insufficient fundings and resource. NGOs plays a major role in rescuing and rehoming these animals like cats and dogs. However, many NGOs still use manual, outdated system for adoption and donation, and just record keeping, which limit their efficiency and public reach. um, because this study is the uh, because of the study, the purpose of NGO based adoption and donation website. The system aims to improve the adoption process, provide secure online donation option, and increase community involvement through digital technology.
Greetings, sir. I'm Al Christian B. Pakinggan, and I'm tackling about our chapter 2 in our title. Nasa mo? Wait lang po, sir. Yan. Which is review of related literature. Our chapter 2 is reviewed both local and foreign studies related to digital adoption and donation platforms. Local studies showed that online system online systems improve record management, adoption matching, and donor transparency. Uh, Foreign studies confirmed that digital platforms significantly increased adoption rates and donor participation, especially when detailed animals profiles and centralized systems were used. Uh, Overall po, sir, the literature supports the idea that today is technology-driven, centralized platforms are effective in improving animal welfare, which justifies the development of the proposed system.
Okay, next. Let's go to the chapter.
Good day, sir. My name is Ken Bernie Mulian. So basically, the study used to design the science research methodology, which is focuses on designing and evaluating technology solution. The research was conducted in Cavite Province and evaluating technology solution. Uh, the research was the research was conducted
In Cavite.
in Cavite, okay. Involving 5 to 10 animals welfare NGOs along with adopters and donors aged 18 to 45. The system includes features such as geolocation, enable animals profile, secure donation gateway like GCash, Maya, and analytics dashboard for monitoring operation. Uh, uh, um, let me just go. Data were collected through surveys, system analytics, and interview. The system was evaluating based on adoption, efficiency, and funding, sustainability, reduce administrative workload, and increase public awareness while ensuring ethical standard and data privacy. So, next.
Okay, this is our closing. In conclusion, chapter 1 to 3 present the problem supporting studies and methodology for developing an NGO-based adoption and donation um, that aims to improve stray animals' welfare through digital solutions.
Good day, everyone. Today I will be representing the summary of chapter 1 to 3, our research titled Green Campus Eco Awareness and Waste Management System for School. This study is focusing on improving environmental awareness and waste management practices in school campuses through use digital technology. Chapter 1 discusses the background or purpose of the study. Environmental sustainability is a major global issue and one of the biggest contribution to environmental problems in our proper waste management. Schools are generated a large amount of waste and every day such as paper, plastic, food waste, and other animal. However, many students and staff lack of proper awareness and discipline when it comes to segregation and disposal. In the Philippines, schools are required to follow the Republic Act 9003, also known as Eco-Solid Waste Management, Ecological Solid Waste Management Act. Despite this, many schools struggle with poor implementation due to limited monitoring, lack of awareness, and low student participation. Because of this challenge, this research purpose a Green Campus System, which is digital platform designed to promote eco-awareness, monitoring waste management and activities, and encourage responsible environmental behavior among the student, teachers, and administrator. The general objective of the study is to design and evaluate the system that enhance environmental awareness and support proper waste management in school. Specifically, object include developing eco-awareness modules, waste reporting features and analytic tools, and evaluating the system's sustainability and impact. The scope of the study focuses on single school campuses and emphasizing behavior change rather than exact waste reduction measurement. Overall, the chapter 1 is establish the problem, purpose, objectives, and importance of the integrating technology into campus sustainability efforts. So, next naman po is
Red
baba. Chapter 2.
baba. Describe mo lang.
Sige, kapag-score.
Chapter 2, review of related literature. Chapter 2 present the related local and foreign studies that support the research. Local studies show that environmental education and digital system greatly improve the student awareness and the waste segregation behavior. Research conducted into Philippine schools reveal the continuous eco-awareness campaign leads to a better waste disposal or practices and stronger environmental responsibilities among students. Other students highlight that digital monitoring and reporting the system help the school improve the complia- compliance with the waste management policies by providing real-time data and accountability. Forest studies also support these findings. International international research show that eco-awareness application, dashboard, and analytics significantly increasing recycling participation and improving sustainability program in the universities and schools. Um, the synthesis um, the synthesis of the review show that while many students prove the effectiveness of digital waste management, there is a limited research focus on integrated eco-awareness and the waste management system in the Philippine school settings.
Chapter 3, Methodology. The research uses the Design Science Research (DSR) methodology, which focuses on designing, developing, and evaluating a technological solution to solve a real-world problem. The participants include selected students, teachers, and administrators who are actively involved in environmental and waste management activities. The system development involves creating a web-based platform with features such as eco-awareness content, waste reporting, monitoring, and analytics. The system will undergo unit testing, integration testing, and user acceptance acceptance testing to ensure reliability and usability. For data collection, surveys, system usage, analytics, and interviews will be used to evaluate the system effectiveness. Ethical considerations such as informed consent and data confidentiality are strictly observed. Uh, Overall, Chapter 3 ensures that the research process is systematic, ethical, and aligned with the objectives of the study.
In summary, Chapter 1 introduced the problem of objectives, and the Chapter 2 is providing supporting literature and identify the research gap, and the Chapter 3 is explain the methodology used to develop and evaluate the system. Together, this chapter is establishing the strong foundation for development of the Green Campus Eco-Awareness and Waste Management System, which aims to create a cleaner and more sustainable and environmentally responsive to school community. Thank you.
Presenting our study entitled A Mobile-Based System for Real-Time Reporting of Barangay Issues. My discussion will focus on Chapter 1, Introduction, and Kent Bryan will explain the Chapter 2, and Reliosa will explain the Chapter 3. So, Chapter 1, Introduction. Barangays are the smallest but most important units of governance in the Philippines. They serve as the front line in addressing community concerns such as sanitation problems, infrastructure damage, public safety issues, and environmental hazards. However, many barangays still rely on manual and traditional reporting methods such as walk-in complaints, handwritten logbooks, phone calls, and informal social media message. These methods often result in delayed response, lost records, poor monitoring, and lack of transparency. With increasing urbanization and population growth, barangay officials face a higher volume of reports that require quick action and proper tracking. Unfortunately, without a centralized system, it becomes difficult to prioritize urgent issues and monitor their resolution. Today, The widespread use of smartphones and mobile internet in the Philippines provide an opportunity to improve barangay governance. Mobile-based systems allow residents to report issues in real time, attach photos and location data, and track the status of their concerns. Because of this study, proposes the development of a mobile-based system for real-time reporting of barangay issues. The systems aims to improve communication between residents and barangay officials, enhance transparency, speed up response time, and promote community participation. The main objective of this study is to design, develop, and evaluate mobile-based reporting systems that improves efficiency, accountability, and responsiveness in barangay operations.
Local studies such as those conducted by LIM 2022 and Aliling at 2025 show that digital barangay system improved the administrative efficiency, record management, and service accessibility. However, many of these systems lack of real-time reporting and tracking features. Foreign studies highlight the effectiveness of the civic reporting platforms like public staff, which enables citizens to submit and monitor non-emergency issue using mobile and or web application. This platform promote transparency and community engagement, but are not always tolerate to barangay governance structured in the Philippines. The synthesis of review literature reveals a clear gap that there is a need for real-time mobile-based reporting system, especially designed for barangay level governance. This gap justified the development of the proposed system in this study. Next po.
Methodology. Chapter 3 methodology is this chapter is present the research methodology used in the study. The research employed the development and descriptive research design. The developmental approach focus on building a system, while the descriptive approach evaluate the usability and functionality, the effectiveness based on the user feedbacks. The study was conducted into a selected barangays in Philippines, like our barangays, Poblacion 3A. Of the participants, barangay officials and barangay residents, purposive sampling was used to ensure that the participants were directly improved in issue reporting and management. It's a system. The development methodology. The system was developed using waterfall model, which includes requirements of analysis, system design, development, and testing and deployment. This model was chosen because it's structured and systematic approach. It's suitable for academic system and development. Data. The data were collected is through survey, questionnaires, interviews, and interviews. The system underwent functional testing, usability testing, and user acceptance testing to ensure quality and reliability. The the quantitative data were analyzed using descriptive statistic, while qualitative data from qualitative data from interviews were analyzed using thematic analysis. Ethical consideration. Ethical consideration were strictly followed and including information, consent, and compliance with the Data Privacy Act of 2012.
In summary, chapters 1 to 3 establish the problem, theoretical foundation, and methodological approach of the study. The proposed system aims to modernize barangay governance by providing an efficient, transparent, and real-time issue reporting platform. Thank you, sir.
So,